Good morning, traders. It is Friday. Another Friday. Wow. Hard to believe how fast they come and go. But it is another Friday. It is June 14th. I am Jonathan van Clute with Stock Navigators. Quick reminder for you to press that thumbs up button, give us a like on the video, and also, of course, subscribe to the channel. And that way you'll be notified on some very cool things that we have coming up. We've got some big announcements to make in the very near future, and you're not going to want to miss those. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you're kept up to date. All right, with that, let's go ahead and jump into the markets. Let's start with the S&P 500. Excuse me, S&P 500. And we did have an update yesterday, but now it's looking a little less certain, and we certainly didn't break any highs. So right this instant, we also made a lower low. Don't overlook that. So right this instant, we have a lower low and possibly a lower high. And you know what that means? Downtrend. And we're thinking this is a wave one, in which case we're looking for a wave two and then a wave three, unless perhaps on a bigger time frame, this whole thing is a wave one down, and then we're looking for a wave two up, and then we're looking for a wave three down. So right this instant, we don't know which of those scenarios is playing out, but we do know that we are, for the short term, we're looking for things to head lower. So right now, that is the direction that we're looking to trade. We can see on the 60-minute that the oscillator has crossed below the zero line. But I mean, that's only mildly significant because right now it's pretty much just sideways. We really need to see it either break this high or break this low to give us any confirmation of direction as far as that goes, if you want absolute confirmation. Although, again, we're expecting to the downside. Right now, price is holding above the daily 50, however, and that is significant. So right this instant, we've got the bulls in control on the daily. They have pushed the oscillator above the zero line. MACD line is also above the zero line, also above its signal line. And right now, things are, well, they're bullish. I mean, there's just no arguing that. Even though we are expecting further downside, right now, the buyers just do not want to give up. This is a very, very stubborn market. So it's possible that this move up, this wave one, is not done yet, and that maybe this little pullback is actually just going to ready us for a further upside. So we don't know yet. We're gonna have to wait and see exactly how this plays out. Right now, the buyers are very determined. This is an extraordinarily strong bullish market right now. So that's just the way it goes. You either have to wait and sit on the sidelines a little while until we see some kind of confirmation of direction, or if you are a scalper, you can certainly jump in when you see just small short-term moves. I mean, yesterday there was a short-term move to be had to the upside. This morning, already, if you were up really, really early, Europe pushed the market down. There was certainly a short-term downside move to be had there. So if you are the type to want to scalp, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, something like that, there are definitely opportunities to be had. You just have to pay attention to crosses of the zero line are a big one, which we just had this morning. We had that yesterday as well. So you can watch for crosses of the zero line and then look for some follow through to that direction and just scalp what you can. RTY, Russell 2000, pretty much the same, or at least similar anyway. Very similar to the ES. On the daily, it also has pushed back up again. And right now, this morning, it actually did take out this high. So it is potentially a little bit stronger than the ES right now. However, it's also still in bear territory. The oscillator is below the zero line. And right this instant anyway, the bulls have not yet been able to take complete control. We're still below the 50 SMA. But clearly you can see the trend has turned upwards. The 13 EMA has hooked around. It is heading upwards. So the buyers are still trying to push this market up. They're trying very, very hard. However, we've got kind of a topping formation here, and we got back to it again and then failed and pulled away from it this morning already first thing. So It's sort of looking like it's giving up a bit. We have a divergent oscillator as well, there to to here. So I'm a little more nervous about upside on the ES. Um, it does to me look like it is a little bit I don't know, a little bit less clear, or not really less clear, but a little less confident, I guess. I can't quite say weaker. I mean, yesterday was a nice, big, strong up day. At least, relatively speaking, relatively strong. But yeah, right now I'm not really trusting a lot of this upwards momentum, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, the oscillator, if it manages to cross that zero line, then we will be looking for follow through to the upside. That will also probably get it above the 50 SMA. In which case, does that hold as resistance and come back down, or do we hop up above it, hold as support, break this, hold as support, and then head higher? Those are probably the scenarios that I'd be watching for on the daily. 60-minute, of course, just like the ES, you can watch for a short-term setup, and you can scalp a point, couple points, 3, 4, 5 points, something like that, depending on the day, what it wants to give you. So you just got to be prepared for that and take what you can. Crude oil, kind of a double bottom right now. It has clearly been coming down and coming down pretty hard. And then all of a sudden we had a little bounce and came back down and then bounced again at the exact same level. So that is also kind of this area here where we've had a lot of support in the past. There's this whole buy zone here, this whole congestion area. So we'll have to see what happens. But right now, it's looking like we might have a double bottom kind of thing going on. Right now, the oscillator is below the zero line on the daily, so the bears are technically still in control. We don't have confirmation of anything changing there. But look at the MACD line; it is trying to cross its signal line right now. So we'll need to watch that very carefully. If we get some kind of confirmed upside momentum, watch on the 60. If we can get up back above the zero line again and hold and start establishing higher highs and higher lows, which I mean, really from back here, we already have. We have a higher high, higher low, which has double bottomed. So to me, this is looking good for a potential follow through and a potential bounce there. We've already had a little bit of one this morning so far, and we'll have to see what happens as the day progresses. But I'm thinking we could have some bounce from here. All right, let's take a look at gold, which is on a tear and has hit a very, very critical level right now, which is right there. We've got this high here. We've got a sell zone right there. And we are in it right now. We're right at the bottom of the sell zone right this instant. And right now, anyway, the sell zone has held. Price went right up to the top of the zone and then gave up. And the sellers pushed it back down. Buyers did not hold it up. But gold is really, really strong right now. There's a lot of momentum behind it, and it's got a lot of room to go. I mean, you can see where gold can get. The oscillator could get all the way up here to nearly 100. And right now, we're only down here at 30-ish. So there is some potential upside for sure. And if we can get up here, then there's a chance that we might really challenge the highs. And then, of course, we've got the bigger one here. So we're definitely in a strong upward move, higher highs and higher lows, and this could have some legs. Certainly, right now, zoom back in a little bit, we are well above the 50 SMA, which has hooked around, is heading upwards again. The 13 EMA, of course, is nearly straight up. This is awfully steep. A move this steep, this sharp, is not generally real sustainable. So I don't know how long it can continue like this. I do think it needs to pull back, give us a higher low, and then can potentially continue. But definitely gold is in one heck of an uptrend right now. If you are a day trader, there are certainly moves to be had there. I mean, that was an incredible one right there. If you got any piece of that, you did very, very well. Even same thing here. There was a definite nice chunk move to be had there to the upside. But clearly right now, we want to be trading to the upside. So watch for a pullback, which we might be getting right now on the 60-minute. Maybe if we pull back to the 50 or near the 50 or something like that, watch for a reversal, nice bullish engulfing, something like that. And then that could be a good entry for further upside from there. But gold, definitely the bulls are in control. All right, let's take a peek at natural gas and see what's going on there. And natural gas, of course, has been trending down. It broke those lows from back here, which for me anyway, I didn't really think it was going to go that much further. It was looking like we had higher highs and higher lows. And then the market broke down. And that's just what can happen. This is the risks. So right now we're down here in a buy zone, and it's looking sideways right now. We have kind of a double bottom happening here. Price came up and then back down again, and right now it's holding at that level. So if it can get up higher, get over this, get over the 50 SMA, then we'll have some potential follow through to the upside. We got to get that oscillator above the zero line. Everything's just got to turn around and get bullish. Right now, it's still the bears in control. The sellers are still dominating, and the oscillator, even on the short term, is below the zero line. But the MACD line has crossed the signal line. So that's potentially bullish. We're looking like we're trying to build some momentum to the upside. If we can cross that zero line, get above the 50 SMA, that will be our first indications that there might be some follow through to be had. Something might be turning itself around. So watch out for that. Until then, the bears are still in charge. And right now, anyway, that's not something to just blindly jump in and argue with. The bears are definitely in control right now. All right, lastly, let us take a look at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is really holding its own. I'm pleasantly surprised. Personally, I'm a bit of a crypto bull, so this is good. This is something I've been hoping to see is for crypto to hang in there and hold on to some of its gains, and it's doing that. So right now, we seem to, for as far as I can tell, it looks to me like we've had an ABC. And now we're heading up for possibly a wave one. I mean, it's possible this was the 1, 2, and we're in a wave 3 now, but I think that's too small a time frame. I think that would be maybe of the wave one. So 1, 2, 3, maybe here, 4, 5, maybe double top there, something like that. Pull back, give us a wave 2, and then we can head higher for a wave 3. We'll have to see. But that's also assuming that this was the end of a wave 5, which I believe it was. My analysis says that wave 3 ended here, wave 4 ended there, and then wave 5 ended there. So if this is in fact the whole pullback, then now we can look for some upside, and it could be very significant. Oscillator is hanging above the zero line. It dipped down just barely below it. You can see just a tiniest bit there. MACD line crossing the signal line right now. Oscillator crossing the zero line to the upside. We're in a sell zone right now. But if we can get up over these highs here, then definitely I'm looking for some follow through to the upside. Oscillator is hanging in really nicely on the 60-minute. However, it is weakening. So in the short term right now, oscillator kind of weakening as price is getting stronger. So I'm not going to put too much stock in that, given that we're not talking about comparing the end of one wave with the end of another or anything like that. So, it's just the oscillators, they move around. It's just what happens. But it's worth at least noting. So we need to see some strength come out of this and really break out to the upside. Right now on the 60-minute, you can see that the buyers have tried, and right this instant anyway, the sellers are pushing it back down again, and we're coming back down near around that level. So if we can hang above this level, if we can hold that, then there could certainly be some more follow through to the upside to be had. But right now, Bitcoin looking pretty good. It's looking decently bullish, but it's going to need to hang on to these gains. All right, let's go back, take a quick peek at the S&P. Yep, nothing has particularly changed, so I think all is good there. I think that's going to wrap it up for me this morning. So thanks, everybody. And by the way, a welcome to the new subscribers we've had in the last few weeks. I've been neglecting to say hello to you all. So hello to you all. And welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. And again, a reminder, please do give us that thumbs up on the video. Just click that thumbs up right now. And also, if you've got any feedback, comments, questions, analysis that you'd like to see or explain, symbols that you'd like analyzed, anything like that, put it down in the comments below. We definitely do see all comments, and we will consider it for sure. That's how RTY got into the mix. We had one of our students request adding RTY, so I very happily added it in there. So definitely leave us that feedback. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be kept updated on what's going on. We are just like moments away from launching our online course at long last. It's been about a year in development, transitioning from our live in-person classes to an online format so that more of the world can benefit from what we're doing and what we're teaching. So look for that. It's going to be coming very, very soon. Subscribe to our Facebook page as well if you're not already, and you can get updated on what's happening with that way also. So just look us up, Stock Navigators, on Facebook. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to go get ready for our premium trading room this morning. I'll be there in about 20 minutes to open the room up and get things kicked off. And then Tom will be coming in to start the morning analysis. It should be an interesting one. So happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you've got some good things planned or some good downtime or just whatever it is that is important to you that you get to do on the weekends. I hope it's enjoyable. So I'll be back to do this again on Monday. Until then, trade well. Take care.